Yeah, give it up for giving it up.
Wow, he opened with a meta joke. It's gonna be a bad set, I can tell. So, I wanted to do something a little bit different tonight, right? So, when I write my material, I like to do it on a nice, clean page, the right side of the booklet. But sometimes on the back side, the left side, I'll scribble thoughts that I'm not too committed to, and they don't go anywhere, and they stay trapped in the notebook. So tonight, those orphan jokes are about to be Daddy Warbucksed up. Because I'm going to give you a straight set of the greatest hits of the back pages of the notebook. So, unfold your arms and open your hearts. There we go. There's a delicacy of being cool. With cool, I've noticed one word could change the entire dynamic of it. You know, if you see a guy in the gym and he's wearing jeans, pretty cool. But if you see a guy named Gene in the gym working out, that's not cool. Did you ever notice the ellipticals look like silly skis? Shut up, Gene. Get up! That's So Raven Girl, what'd you think of that joke?
That's so rude.
She's somewhere in here. She left. She left? Oh, now the real show starts. Because the rest of my material is about her. So I think the most confusing time, the most awful time to fall into a coma had to have been the 1870s in America. Because whenever the doctor sees the patient wake up, they usually ask questions to see, is there any amnesia involved? And one of the questions is, who's the president? And then the person would say, Grover Cleveland. And then the doctor would say, yes, but you're going to have to listen. Can I just do the show with you? So I'm graduating in 6 weeks. Somebody just cheered graduating. Is vitamin C in the crowd? I don't know. Yeah. So I'm graduating in 6 weeks, so naturally I've been looking for jobs, going on interviews, and I went on one last week that went particularly well. I sat down, and the woman sat down with me, and she was looking over my resume, and she said, Mr. Drosos, thank you so much for coming in. And I said, please, Mr. Drosos is my father. Call me sir. She said to me, Mr. Drosos, we need to know what kind of operating person you are in an office space, so if you could describe a weakness to me. And I said, chocolate. She said, no, Mr. Drosos, I mean like a weakness in dealing with other people. And then I said, ooh, this job has people? I'm waiting to hear back. I'll let you know. So, I found that there's a direct correlation between the number of times I pass a bus stop and the number of times I believe I'm being mugged. Okay, we're walking, pacing, jogging, running, stabbing me with a Metro card? I have a personal theory I'm going to share with you. I believe that every anonymous love letter is written by a really well-spoken ox. We're the most affectionate pen pals because every letter ends with a kiss and a hug. I mean, people, seriously, we're going to talk about this. People like to believe that they have the most complicated love lives, but imagine being an ox. It's like Dear Bison, because for this joke, it's an interspecies relationship. Dear Bison, I hate you, never want to see you again, get out of my life forever. O-X. Damn it! A close friend of mine, he's had mono for the past month. And he's just been like hanging out on the couch watching TV, not much really to do. He aggravated his Mona the other day because he fell asleep face first on a remote control. So he's diagnosed now with full-fledged SAP. The doctor said the prognosis is closed caption out of St. Espanol. What did you say? These are blue pants. Oh, the purple? I'll take your word for it, okay. So when I was little, I really loved wrestling. I loved wrestling. And I heard somebody just giggle a little bit over there. And I just want to say that not everything is for you. So wrestling is the thing that I love. And like, that's the biggest part of growing up, is just realizing that not everything is for you. Because a baby's like, everything's for me. Love, affection, diapers. And when you get older, it's like, not everything is for me. That's the lesson you learn, you know? Like my mom has, she saw the most recent Garfield movie, was like Tale of Two Kitties. she came back and she was like, that was awful. And I sat her down and I was like, Mom, Garfield is not for you. Anybody listen to CBS radio, the oldies? There's a loop, right? There's a guy, they like play like callers who call in and they're like, I love this thing. That's like every loop. But there's a guy named Frankie from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, and they've like looped it multiple times, so what they feel Frankie's words is like really like imperative to the station. It's like Frankie says like, they play all the songs I love, none of the ones I don't. Anyway, so wrestling isn't for all of you. The point at which I realized that like I wasn't like behind wrestling anymore is, did anyone know the Royal Rumble? How like, yeah, the Royal Rumble. So like the premise is basically like, let's throw all these guys in the ring and like if to knock them out and that's the object. But to me it never made sense because it was like, I want to kill this guy. But rules are rules. See you later. So people just be knocked over and that was it. I'd like to do some impressions for you now. Yeah, please. It's so polite. Thank you. This is my impression of a girl who works at Urban Outfitters and has never known what the word pregnant means until she saw a doctor. This is my impression again. The girl who works at Urban Outfitters who's never known what pregnant means, finding it out from a doctor. Oh, so it's like a food baby, but if I ate a person. Thank you. So for my next impression, I'm going to do, this is an impression of a Native American man who works at a furniture store, who's kidnapped and brought to the Apollo Theater. Again, this is a Native American employee at a furniture store, kidnapped and brought to the Apollo Theater. Men be like couches. But then, women be like sofas. Thank you. So, I'm a big movie fan. I like movies a lot. And I noticed I like to play a game called Which One Small Thing Could Ruin This Movie? I'm not saying like premise, like an entirely different plot or anything. I'm like saying like one little thing. You know what I mean? Like if there will be blood, Daniel Plainview didn't have a mustache. You know what I mean? Like it would ruin the movie completely. Also, I think of like an example of like in Godfather. If Godfather was filmed today and there was Easy Pass, Sonny would have never gotten shot at the phone booth. Brand new movie right here. Try this, Coppola. My favorite example is I'm a big Coen Brothers fan, and thanks Ethan in the back. The Coen Brothers from No Country for Old Men is the Javier Bardem character, who's very like ominous. He walks around like this, and he has like that the cattle thing that he like kills people with. And there's a scene, my favorite scene in the entire movie is when he walks up to the clerk of a store in Texas. And he puts a coin on the table, and he goes, pick up the coin. I'll flip the coin. Call it. And the guy's like, heads. And it comes up, that number, and he goes, okay. And then the guy just is like, all right. And then he goes to put the coin in his pocket, and then after the next card, he goes, put the coin in your pocket. And it just becomes another coin. A couple inches away from the register is a stack of bananas in that scene, like because it's a convenience store. So if the Coen brothers decided to make it a banana, it would be, pick up the banana. Flip the banana. Hold the banana. Don't put the banana in your pocket. Then it just becomes another banana. How about you? Good. Thanks. Sweating up here. So I'm a big like, fan of comic book movies, but I never really got into comic books, and people are always like, DC versus Marvel, what do you think? I'm like, get out of my way! Such a problem for me in my life. But like, I think what it really comes down to is DC versus Marvel is just like dweebs versus nerds. Because think of the villains in both, right? So DC, the villains are like, look at how silly I look. And it's like the Riddler, the Joker, and all these guys. Lex Luthor is like bald but wears like a solid color pin coat suit. And like, you like this? So what about this? But in Marvel, it's like there's Doctor Doom, there's Dr. Connors, there's Dr. Octopus. All the villains have PhDs. They're all nerds. But it's like they have this strange, like, vexing of like, I love science. And that's like throughout the entire movie. At the beginning, it's like, I have an idea, guys. I love science. And the midway point, it's like, I like science. I like it. And then, like, the end of the movie is just going, I love science! I told you in the beginning, I told you in the middle, what's happening now? I told you I loved it. That's science. Thanks, everybody.